As Cardinals training camp continues, I'm joined by the newest addition, not on the field, but in the booth, Cardinals analyst on the radio, AQ Shipley, of course, former center for the team. AQ, congratulations. What excites you most about this gig?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm just looking forward to getting in the game and calling it, right? Like, I think that's where I excel, I guess. You know, whenever I go on a McAfee show, I'm able to sit there and I'm able to take a lot of preparation and do a lot of things but I'm also, what made me a good football player is able to diagnose and see things on the field at lightning fast speed and be able to kind of get it out there, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Now, you just mentioned your IQ. What do you look forward to most when you look at this roster?
Yeah, the biggest thing is I think their offensive line is really good. I think they've built through the offensive and the defensive lines. I love their tight end group, and you got a good mix and match, right? You got Trey McBride, obviously, who's not a real tight end. He's one more of your F tight end, and then you got Tip Ryman as your Y, and they got a bunch of other guys that can kind of fill in different spots and make it a good 13 personnel team. I love the running game. The running backs are great. The biggest key comes down to Kyler. It comes down to consistency, and it comes down to not just doing it through the first 10 games, but also finishing down the stretch, getting into the playoffs, and you got to see him get a playoff win.
Now, as a Super Bowl champ, how do you see the game differently?
The game is changing. It's constantly changing, and it's an ever-evolving game, and it works in cycles. I know whenever I came into the league, everybody was huge. The offensive lines were huge. The defensive lines were huge, and then J.J. Watt kind of changed that whole train of thought, right? And then he was the first guy who was your quicker, lighter guy, and then it went to Aaron Donald, obviously, and now that's become like kind of the new norm. But then offenses aren't dumb, right? They sit there and they see light guys in the box. The team's playing cover two behind it. So now what do? We start running the ball, and then in the last couple of years, rushing yards averages have gone through the roof, and then eventually now we start to get those big guys again. So it just works in cycles, and for me, I just try and watch as much film as I can and just stay up to date with all the different schemes and philosophies and coordinators, and be able to see it from the game whenever I see it up in the booth and be able to call it.
Last one for you here. What are fair expectations for the fans for this team?
I think if you sit there and you look at 10, 11 wins, I think that's probably where you'd set your over-under, right? And anything more than that's awesome. They're obviously consistently improving under this regime, and I love the way they've built this team. But if you can get 11 wins, you're going to see a tough team in the playoffs, right? And you still got the Rams are going to be a very good football team. Obviously, the Niners are always in it as long as they can stay healthy. So it's a tough division. You got to get out of your division first, then from there, hopefully get a playoff game, and from there, you got to get one win, and then from there, once everybody's in there, in the dance, anybody's got a shot.
Well, for AQ Shipley, I'm Elioff. Goodbye. This is Sports 360 AZ.